For my dad's 60th birthday, we planned a 3-day hike to the Grand Canyon.
A few months before, I started having pain in my hip. So with her encouragement, I went to the doctor and they told me I was a candidate for hip replacement.
It means a lot to Dad just because he watched his father kind of age and not be as active. So that's been a goal of his basically, to kind of stay active in his later years.
I wasn't too happy. I understand like why me. I didn't understand. I thought I was active and it really surprised me. I couldn't believe it.
Dad was really disappointed. I mean, he felt like he'd kind of let us down. We knew we'd be able to do it the following year, and we just encouraged him to go get the hip replacement as soon as possible so that he could recover quickly and we could get back down there.
My patient Dan Steinauer presented to me with increasing hip pain that was limiting his activities, and we offered him minimally invasive total hip replacement as an option to get him back more active and into a healthier lifestyle that he was used to.
Our goals are tailored to each person, whether it be walking with their spouse on the beach or playing with their grandkids, and in this case, hiking the Grand Canyon.
The hip replacement was done as a same-day admission basis, where he'd come in the same day as the surgery and had it done at Blanchard Valley Hospital in one of the new suites, and stayed in his room 2 days after his surgery, and then was able to go home to that point and did outpatient rehab for 3 weeks.
Physical therapy plays a vital role in joint replacement rehabilitation. We're there for you both before surgery and after surgery. Before surgery, we're setting up an exercise program. We are answering any questions that you may have to calm your fears about surgery. And then after surgery, that's when the fun really begins. We're doing range of motion and strengthening a couple times a week for a few weeks to get you back to walking, all your activities around the house, and within a couple months you should be back to what you were doing before surgery and even more.
The surgery I think was in February, and we kind of waited a couple of months to see how he'd recover, and he started walking right away and kind of getting active, and he finally got back on the bike, and so we decided to go ahead and reschedule it for the following year. So we did that trip in September. And so after about, I guess, 7 months or so after the hip replacement, we were able to do the Grand Canyon.
His grand payoff was that he was able to get back to his hike, the gift that his daughter had given him to the Grand Canyon 7 months post-surgery, where he was able to hike all the way to the bottom and back up to the top of the Grand Canyon.
And the first day we went 4,000 some feet down. We camped there. I had a 35-pound pack. We had to carry all of our gear and sleeping bag, water, and everything. And we camped the first day at 4,000 some feet down. Then the next day we went across the Grand Canyon and camped again. And then the last day we went 9.5 miles up and got out of the Grand Canyon. So it was a 3-day trip and everything went fine, no problems. Okay, I still do a lot of walking, quite a bit of walking. I bicycle sometimes up to 2,000 miles in a year. Fairly active, no restrictions whatsoever. So everything's doing fine. I would recommend it to anybody.
The hip replacement and Ohio Orthopaedics and Sports Medicine has helped keep Dad active.